Guys, Marsningen here, back with 5-9 Gaming to bring you guys another fan-made cards video. And yes, the meme. You guys know, every single discussion, every speculation about a future Dokkan Fest or a future LR, this name comes up. But Garlic Jr. is finally coming to Dokkan Battle. So we asked you guys to design his build for another one of these fan-made card videos. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and jump straight into the one that I've picked. So shout out to Ray Corson 1020 for his submission. The unit is AGL. I quite liked that because I feel like Extreme AGL hasn't had any major buffs in quite a while. Every time we do one of these, everybody wants the Extreme unit to be tech, but we've had quite a few of them released lately, so I think the Extreme AGL would be good. His leader skill is Revenge and Terrifying Conquerors, 3 key, HP attack 170 and defense 150. Very strong leader skill. We've seen this before. Often we see HP and attack 170 and then defense only 130, so obviously I think that's a very strong leader skill. And I quite like the combination of Revenge and Terrifying Conquerors. I think you'd be able to make some very interesting team builds out of that, so I do quite like that combo. His super attack is that he greatly raises defense for 3 turns and lowers attack. So that's something that speaks to me, because it'll be very useful in Super Battle Road, especially if you're targeting the enemy that's the only one that's going to be attacking him. Greatly raising his defense and lowering that enemy's attack is going to be super useful, but it means even in events where you can't lower attack, greatly raising defense is always really good to make a unit defensively viable. And with him being AGL, even at a free dupe level, he will have that 5% chance to additional, so if you double super, you get double defense raise. And then his passive skill is attack 150 and defense 200%, guards against all attacks, damage reduced by 50% for 7 turns at the start of the first appearance. So from turn 1, basically, you get 7 turns of damage reduction. I guess it's kind of similar to the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta pre-EZA. So 7 turns isn't a huge amount, but obviously that's going to be really, really useful for Extreme Super Battle Road. And even in longer events, he still does guard and have quite a lot of defense in his passive, plus obviously the raise on his super attack. He also launches an additional super attack when facing a Goku family enemy. So again, that's another thing that will build up with the defense raise on super attack. And then he gives Revenge category allies key +2 and attack and defense 40%. So something I really like about this is, even if you don't want to build the team around Garlic Jr., even if you want to run like a Revenge team under the double AGL Bardock leads, it means you could just bring this guy as a support unit, because 2 key and 40% is perfectly good enough to run as a support unit on the team, which means that he has a lot of roles that he can fill, which is always good for a unit. And then active skill, he has an active skill that can be activated 5 turns after the so turn 5, called Dead Zone, massively raises attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage to all enemies, and seals enemy super attacks for 3 turns. So it's again something that in Super Battle Road turn 5, not necessarily always going to get there, but pretty damn good that it's an AoE damage attack. We've seen recently those can vary with like the Super Saiyan 4s and Super 17 down to the GT Super Saiyans. They can vary in power, but he's massively raising his attack and then damaging all enemies and then sealing all enemies for 3 turns. So this is going to be a very, very good finisher to a Super Battle Road run. If you do get to turn 5, this active skill will absolutely obliterate them. So definitely useful. And then even in longer events where you can't seal or you're only facing one enemy, you're still going to be doing a bunch of damage for free. So I do like damage dealing active skills, as long as they're built well enough that you can actually do some decent damage with them. So overall, I think he's pretty solid. If this is how the card turns out, I definitely wouldn't be disappointed. So shout out to Ray Corson 1020 once again for his submission, and let us move on to the next one.
Alright, what is up fam? It's your boy Blaze, and today we are back looking at your guys' submissions for the fan-made card art. And today we are reviewing Garlic Jr., so thank you very much. You guys are awesome. You guys have been killing it so far with the card details here. So today we'll look at the Garlic Jr. Shout out to my boy M Bison Smash, big fan of Street Fighter. Of course, Sunblade will be very happy with his name because he's a big fan as well for Bison. Today we're looking here at Garlic Jr. Ooh, and I like this already. So we are seeing here it's going to be a tech type. Extreme tech definitely needs the help. Even right now, even with Super 17, it's still very difficult to do extreme super battles. So Garlic Jr., you are definitely welcome to be tech here. So let's look at the leader skill. It's going to be movie bosses and transformation boost. Key +4, HP, attack, and defense 170. This is pretty good. Transformation boost has not had a leader for quite a while. I think right now the best leader is still Cooler, and I think it's the only leader as far as 170. But I mean, key +4 and 170 across the board is very, very good. Movie bosses is fine because right now, I would say Broly being a movie boss isn't really that great. But I mean, having Garlic Jr., if he has big bad bosses, this character would be definitely way better for movie bosses. So now let's look at his super attack here. His attack is going to be Sealed Light Beam, cause immense damage and greatly raise defense, and seals enemy super attack. Really do like that. Really do like the sealing effect here because of the movie. Greatly raise defense is very good, so obviously he's going to be very good all around, especially even in the legendary GT Goku event, I believe, because raising defense right now is a very good asset to have in a card here. So defense very, very good for today's meta. His passive is going to be attack and defense 150, receive damage reduction by 15% per attack received. Okay, movie bosses allies key +2, attack and defense +30%. I am a big fan of this. Wow, this is actually really good. The reason why is because I'm a big fan of the new Dokkan Fest, who are also a support type unit for their category. So movie bosses having a key +2, HP, attack and defense, attack and defense +30% is actually really, really good. Plus he has damage reduction. I see here that there's no limit, so I'm guessing it's just, is it only one? It says per attack received. Now, I mean, this would be very broken, obviously, if it's just infinite, because already here he does raise defense, greatly raise defense here, which is very good. So, and also he's gonna be a support type unit. So I think maybe if this was up to like maybe 3 attacks, or even 4 attacks maximum, I think this would be very, very good. But this is actually very disgusting. You see your active skills. So you do have an active skill here. The Dead Zone, cause tremendous damage to the enemy, super effective against all types, raised attack and defense for all allies by 50% for 3 turns. That is a beautiful active skill. Now, I'm not too sure what are the conditions. Is this a turn 1? Is this a turn 3? Is there any like restrictions? So far, it doesn't seem to be any, so I'm going to assume this is a turn 1 active skill, which is going to be very, very broken. This character would definitely body Extreme Tech Super Battle or Super AGL Extreme Super Battle. Again, very big fan of this card here. The only thing I would probably highlight is probably the damage reduction and as well as the conditions in order for this to be activated. So far, I don't see any, so I do apologize if I did miss it, but I don't see it anywhere here. Maybe this could be just a turn 3 or turn 4 active skill with no HP restriction, just a turn 4. That would be pretty nice to activate this here. Passive, very good as well. I'm a big fan again of units or Dokkan Fetch who are also a support type unit for their own category. It just brings more value to the character, allows you to be much more, it actually allows you to use the character much more because he's much more, he has a much more important role in the team here. So yeah, shout out here to M Bison Smash, very, very good. I would give this here a 9.5, 9 out of 10. You know, I give you 9.5 out of 10. Very, very good. Alright, so with that, I'll say thank you and can't wait to see more of your submissions. See you guys next time.
Hello there everyone, Waffles DH and Yanbear here, and today we're looking at this Garlic Jr. fan-made card from Instinct Legends. And the reason I picked Instinct Legends submission was this giant paragraph passive skill right there, so I figure it's probably gonna be pretty good. We'll take a look at all of that, but let's just start from the top. We got Extreme Tech, which I am very thankful for, because let's be honest, we all know this. Extreme Tech needs buffs so badly. Compared to all the rest of the types, we need more Extreme Tech units, so happy with Extreme Tech. I also really like this leader skill here. It's full power category key +4, HP attack and defense 150, and Extreme Tech key +3, HP attack and defense 130. So I kind of like that it's full power. I think we've kind of been hit by too many categories, new categories one after another. It's nice to have a unit that's just buffing an OG category. I think that's pretty cool. I think I'm pretty happy with that. I'd rather that than just adding a new like kind of limited niche category into the game. So I'm okay with this. I also like the key +4 because I think that probably Garlic Jr. has terrible links. I would imagine. I don't see Garlic Jr. having like any special links that we would, any common link sets, let's be honest. But his super attack here, let's see, it causes immense damage to enemy, lowers attack, okay, super battle road, not bad. Has a high chance of performing a critical hit for 1 turn. So I'd expect to see some additional attacks in the passive here, just because of that high chance of performing a crit, but we will see. Attack and defense 120. Okay, not bad. Could be a little higher, but let's see. Reduces damage received by 30%. I like that. Oh. And guards against all attacks. Okay, so yeah, reduces damage received by 30%, guards against all attacks, and 120% defense. Cool, I'm happy with this. Attack plus 30% when performing a super attack. Also very cool. Okay, so he's gonna hit real good numbers. Defense plus defense plus 30% when guard is activated. Okay, okay. Listen, if this is the unit I'm summoning on that, let's be honest. Has a medium chance of launching an additional super attack. There's the additional we expect. Extreme class allies and support. Oh my god, this Garlic Jr. can do everything. Garlic Jr. breaks the game. Plus an additional defense by up to 50%. The higher the HP, the greater the stat boost. I love this. Plus an additional attack by up to 50%. The lower HP. Okay. Attack and defense 10% per attack received. This is amazing. I love this so much. Oh my god, Instinct Legends, please make more of these. I love this. Survive a KO attack and restore 40%. So revival. Okay, so survive a KO attack, restore 40% when entering the attacking turn with 60% or lower HP. Yeah, he's good. Sounds great. I hope that this is the unit, because this is great. Okay, active skill, partner super, dead zone. Temporarily raises attack by 698%. Cool. Very nice. Causes ultimate damage and stuns enemy for 2 turns and seals attack for 3 turns. So that's interesting. The stun and then an extra turn of seal. I like that. That's kind of unique. Can be activated after 4 turns and when HP is 70% or below, or can be activated after performing 4 super attacks. Okay. I like that you put the performing 4 super attacks here, which I think is one that I'm not super happy about, but you also had an extra condition. So if you happen to get lucky with those additional attacks, yeah, I think that could be pretty good. So overall, yeah, this Garlic Jr. can do everything. So I'm real happy with this submission. So thank you once again very much, Instinct Legends. This is what the unit that Extreme Tech needs so badly. So yes, I'm fingers crossed. I'm hoping that we get the info and it's something like this. So I guess we'll move on to the next one from here.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Gale right here, back on the 5-9 channel, and of course we are here with the Garlic Jr. fan-made cards. He's finally coming home to Dokkan. Of course, it's been a minute, we've been asking for it for nearly 3-4 years now. Considering all things said and done, we've not had any of the characters, or villains I should say more so, from the first 2 movies. Of course, the Garlic Jr. that we're getting isn't from the first movie. He's instead from the Makio Star arc, in the filler arc that they did in between the Frieza saga and the Android saga. But nonetheless, it's still a Garlic Jr., alright? So we're gonna take that as still a big dub, and we're gonna react to some of your fan-made cards. So we have Liz, of course, with an AGL Garlic Jr., which is fine. I respect that. He is a movie bosses category, key plus 3 HP attack and defense 170, and Warriors of Legends, key plus 3 HP attack and defense 150. Now I can see the Warrior of Legends spots, definitely. I don't know if the boost will be a 150 boost, considering he is a banner unit. We found out he is a banner unit today. The Kid Gohan from that arc is the Dokkan Fest exclusive, like I expected. The moment Goresh mentioned that there was, it didn't mention he was the Dokkan Fest, I kind of was like, well, they could do the Kid Gohan, because we don't have a Kid Gohan from the Saiyan saga, the Planet Namek saga, or any particular Kid Gohan whatsoever. We have Youth Gohan, we have Teen Gohan, and we have, of course, Adult Gohan from the super side of things, obviously as a free-to-play card, and of course, when he's in the tournament power, but alongside other people. But nonetheless, yeah, Kid Gohan's coming, of course. I'm really excited for that. But yeah, Warriors of Legends I can expect. Movie boss is a bit iffy, especially at a 170 lead. I'm not sure about that. I think we'll have to expect it to be a 120 lead, and I think it'll be Warriors of Legends, though. That'll be kind of cool. I'll be extremely happy with that. Super attack effect that Liz is giving to Garlic Jr. is immense damage to an enemy and greatly increases defense infinitely. Nice. Okay, greatly raises attack for 2 turns. I see they don't do 2 turns, so I'm gonna push it to 3 turns. That would be really strong, to be honest. I would think that would be phenomenal. But I will have to see. I think it'll be one or the other. I think they're not gonna give him a crazy passive. But to be fair, recently banner units have been getting some really, really good passives, right? So there is a chance they could do something really well with this guy. I'd like to temper expectations, and I'll say they'll allow him to stack his defense, and he'll get greatly raise his attack for 3 turns. Apart from that, I don't think he'll get greatly increase his defense. His passive skill is restores 25% of damage dealt as HP. Nice, I really like that. That's immortality. Attack and defense 150% after receiving an attack, and then an additional 17% attack and defense per warrior of legend or movie bosses category ally, plus an additional 20% per defense per key sphere obtained. Very interesting card, you know, very interesting card. Somewhat utility, somewhat you know, caveman-esque, but you do need to get a hit on him to get that 150% attack and defense. So ideally what you want him is to let him get a lot of orbs, put him in the first slot, let him get hit, and then he can attack. This is a very funky card, but the problem is this is going to cause a lot of chaos. I think if you want to make him really good, I think you have to give him an orb changing capability in this situation, in my personal opinion. Definitely very iffy overall in this passive. Like, I think there's some niggling issues here and there, but I think, you know, some cleaning up, you can make this card a very good card if you want to keep it a passive similar to this. I think you can make it fine. Maybe attack and defense after hitting a super attack, or after launching a super attack, or when launching a super attack, I should say. Then I think it'll be fine, but yeah, it is what it is. His active skill / partner super is Dead Zone. Massively raises defense temporarily and causes ultimate damage to enemy. Can be activated when HP is 55% or lower. Now see, that's not gonna happen. You're not gonna see that very often, if not ever. You're probably gonna see it in ESBR, but because of him already restoring 25% of damage dealt as HP, you're not gonna see it too often. So I'm a bit iffy on this. I like it. Like, it's cool. It raises defense temporarily, so you're gonna not take a hit at all. But the restriction's kind of iffy. I'm not gonna front. Overall, it's still a very interesting card. I like it. A little bit of adjustments, maybe an orb changer capability and stuff like that, and I think he'll be fantastic. I'm very interested to see his links and stuff, of course, as well. Of course, we didn't ask you guys for potential links and stuff, but if we do see his links, I'm very excited to see where they go with him as well, and how he'll fit into, say, movie bosses and such. But yeah, well, he's not going to be in movie bosses, of course, but whatever category he's going on to, of course. I assume Warrior of Legends is to be expected, though. But yeah, we'll go on to the next content creator. But yeah, let us know in the comments as well. What do you guys think? You know, leave your fan-made cards. If you guys didn't get a chance to put it in here, or if you didn't see it, put it in the comments. We'll be sure to look at them. But yeah, next content creator time.
What is going on, my dudes? Tyster here, back again with another fan-made card, and we already know the Garlic Jr. is coming out on JP, but let's go ahead and find what we can find when it comes to gems, fan-made cards. So I think I've reviewed Turntable before. Turntables, shout out to you, my friend. We're going for an extreme int type. Leader skill, heavenly event category, key +3 and HP attack and defense plus 120%. I don't want another category, but if it has to be that, it could be this. You could even switch that to Realm of Gods or something along those lines, I guess, if you want to do heavenly event. But at that point, it's like, you know, I'm not gonna argue too much. But I could definitely see even movie bosses, like a sub, you know, a sub lead for that. So you could do movie bosses, maybe, yeah, I'd say movie bosses over anything else. So, super attack causes supreme damage to enemy and massively lowers attack. This, and not to say anything bad about turntables, because like I said, I think I've reviewed his before. This is useless, in my opinion. Massively lowering defense and attack, in my opinion, in Dokkan right now is completely pointless. So I would honestly say, or massively raises attack and defense instead. But we'll take that anyway, because I think that'll be okay. But again, lowering attack and defense is like useless in the game right now, unfortunately. So let's keep going. Key +3 and attack and defense plus 130%. Steals targeted enemy super attack upon attacking. All enemies attack -50% up to 30% when there are 2 extreme class allies, including self, attacking in the same turn. Reduces damage received by 30% and extreme class allies key +1, attack and defense plus 30% as the third attacker in the turn. Foresees enemy super attack. Attacks guaranteed to hit and disables enemy's guard when facing a superclass Goku or Gohan named enemy whose HP is 66% or above. Receives an additional attack and defense plus 130% when your team includes all 5 extreme types. This could be a monster when it comes to that. Like, already you're getting the key +3 attack defense plus 130%. You're sealing the super attack upon attacking. You're also like foreseeing super attack just in case like that doesn't work. And then you know you're basically getting all these buffs and you're buffing your team. The only thing again, all enemies attack minus 50% up to 30% when there are 2 extreme class allies excluding self. I mean again, lowering attack doesn't really do anything, in my personal opinion. I could be wrong, and if you guys think I'm wrong, put it in the comments. But honestly, like it's still an extra side effect. I think it's really good. And then it plays on the fact that you're wanting to rock all 5 extreme types. So I'm guessing with like this type of team, especially if you're wanting to do this new heavenly event category, you would have a lot of different supers. So he would definitely be good on a movie boss's team. And then of course, you know, like the disables enemies guard when facing a super class Goku or Gohan. I don't think you need to put super class. I mean, yeah, there is GT Gohan, I guess, where GT Gohan gets absorbed by Baby. But, I mean, you could literally just say Goku or Gohan at that point, because let's be real. There's not going to be GT Gohan, like, users out there for now. Active skill, Partner Super Dead Zone, can be activated when HP is 66% or below during the 4th turn from the start of battle. Okay, that's a decent restriction, I guess. I wish it was a 4th turn, but again, you know, for longer events, this makes sense. Delays this character's attacks and the enemy's attacks for 1 turn and recovers 30% HP upon the card's next attacking turn. Huh, that's actually... I don't know how to feel about that. So, like, it would basically, you'd skip the turn, but on the next turn he comes up, he would recover HP. I mean, that's a unique skill. I wouldn't be against it. I'd like to see it in, like... Yeah, I'd like to see that in action, actually. That might be really cool. But what I like about this card is that regardless of if I agree or disagree with how Turntables did this card is different. And that's what I like most about cards, is that I like to see difference. You know, instead of the same cookie cutter, you know, everybody hits like a tank, everybody defends like a tank. You know, and again, regardless of if I agree with certain things of this, like, this is an overall good blueprint of a good original card. So Turntables, again, thank you so much. Thank you so much for turning in this, because this is actually a joy to read, regardless of, you know, differences of opinion, but it's still a fun card, so.